Welcome to another episode of Care for Boys, where we're going to go ahead and let you in on a, I guess you can call this slightly vulnerable topic. What's an opinion that you got a lot of hate for in the past, but you still haven't changed how you feel?
What was it?
Come again?
Opinion,
You turned into a homie's toy.
opinion
what
you
is
had
it?
in the past, and you never changed it.
Like, let's say you got hate for like feeling a certain way, or you voiced something and you said, I don't like these guys. And then people were like, boo, that sucks. And you are like, so? I don't care. That's how I feel.
That's what it is.
Ever had one of those where you voiced something, people were against it, and you still haven't changed your mind?
What are you thinking about, Nick?
Well, it's hard because I feel like I don't really like.
Voice crazy shit?
Nah, I just people always agree with my hot takes, dude. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
No,
wow.
I've never had a situation where somebody goes like, "Dude, what the fuck are you talking about?" Like, not that I could think of in recent memories, as far as like,
Or maybe even one person didn't agree and tried to talk you out of it and said, Nick, why you gotta think like that? That's not good.
Oh, I got one. This one, I've never said it out loud, but I can tell the regular world won't like it based off what they already react to.
Yeah.
Which is like when you're getting in altercations with police officers,
Uh-huh.
why don't you just comply?
or pretend to a little bit.
You just deal with that and then you fight them in court. That's where you win.
Yeah, like why do you want to like turn the simmer into a boil and then now some crazy shit's about to pop off?
Unless you're super smart and you understand the law. Like I've seen lawyers just maneuver like a motherfucker. But they do it calmly and they do it smart.
I've had a friend who kind of explained that to me a little bit because he kind of had that problem. And he said that he's aware of that and he knows not to do that. But when it happens, it's like a reflex.
Then that's stupid. You have no self-control.
Yeah, it's an impulse. It's like he said, it's like he's totally aware. He would say the same advice to anyone else. But then in that moment, kind of like, you know, when that cop pulled us over and he was trying to tell you that you hit his car?
He started,
And we were like, what are you fucking talking? Like, there's so many ways any of us are in our minds are taking that. And like, you're just one more step above in control. That you're like, you didn't say that. Yeah. And then to someone else, maybe their whole life, they've always been dealing with this. Like maybe if that happened to them, to you 3 times, same fucking situation. By the 3rd time, you still know you should comply, but you're sick of it. You know what I mean? I think that's how he's putting it.
but that's also why police officers are trained to learn like de-escalation tactics.
Yeah.
For that reason too, right? It's like there's a way that they go about certain traffic stops so they can kind of keep it chill.
Man, the luck of drawing that cop is like
100%.
it sucks to get the one that just, you know, wants to be a dick.
They go viral.
My buddies that have worked jails, they said the most peaceful ones are always Mexican mafia. They go in, they
'Cause they know the
comply.
drill, yeah.
They know, like there's other people that go in and then they're asking why they're even in there, or people that are like, oh, you're singling me out because of this, X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
And you're just going to make the whole process fucking crazy. And you know they have more power over you, but you're like, now you're challenging them. And then so now they're like, oh, you know what? Okay, this guy seems like he wants an anal cavity search now. And then boom, you just have an extra anal cavity search versus the Mexican.
Maybe that's their game, dude. Maybe that's the end game.
This is going to make me come.
It does take me back to like a common family, like Jesus did say this. And I think a lot of Mexican people say this. You probably have known this for years. Mexican families are really good at teaching their kids to just lay low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be like, don't stand out. Like, don't
ruffle the
cause.
feathers.
Yeah. Don't like, if something's going on, just stay out of it. Just,
Yeah. Chill.
and it's, that's kind of like the, I guess that's really great advice, first of all, because, you know, even if that's rooted in like, you don't want people snooping around asking for IDs from everyone standing there just because you're loud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It totally makes sense. But then you have other cultures that are like, nah, don't put up with no disrespect ever. And
That's not helpful either.
And then you get your butthole searched.
that's very bad.
it's definitely a happy medium. You
Because
know?
even like the super gangster ones, the Mexican mafia dudes,
Yeah.
they'll just be like, okay, fuck this dude. I'll memorize his badge number. I'll try to get more information while I'm in here. But the whole time I comply, and then I'm gonna
Killers.
smoke him. I'm gonna smoke him on the streets. no one will even know who did it. Versus trying to start some altercation, like right then and there.
You're talking about, I mean, you can't tell a low IQ to operate like a high IQ. Like the mob bosses are high IQ. They know how to operate well.
No, I'm talking about even just like street level Mexican mafia, like thugs.
Homies.
Yeah, street level homies.
It's good culture. It's good culture that they're representing.
I think it starts there. It really looks like it starts with the dad being like, shh, just don't. You know, like that's, you know what I mean? Like that means a lot. If that's in your mind from being a child, like just.
But the ones that are wild, they have no dad. They don't have parents. They're just toddlers.
That's what it is.
They're just
what it is.
That was gonna be my.
They're unregulated toddlers. That's all it is, right? That's why they never had a parent to tell them, shut the fuck up.
They're loose cannons.
Right? Because my buddy who, you know, was working the jails in Hawaii was telling me, like, you know, we all just feel like we're babysitters for big Samoan toddlers.
With unresolved dad issues. Your homie that was snapping at the cops, what's his dad's situation like?
No parents.
He's in the pic. No, he's not. And also too, right? Gangs. We're thinking about gangs. Who are the most vulnerable guys to join gangs?
Yeah.
Guys without a dad. Yeah.
Broken home dudes, yeah.
Not in Bronx Tale. His dad was there. That's why. Bronx Tale. Yeah.
Oh, Bronx Tale, yeah.
Could have went full blown, but
Him Caligari, whatever.
Caligari.
Also depends on the gang. Like Bart said, like if you're from a smarter gang, the older homies are gonna be like, dude, don't be like that. Do your time, get the fuck out. If you're from a dumbass gang, everyone's gonna be like, don't let that fool disrespect you.
It's that disrespect thing I think plays into what you're talking about.
stupid.
When people mouth off to cops, it's the feeling of like I can't let them disrespect me, which I don't think it's not something that crosses over to
I
everyone.
think what ends up happening is they're trying to win the short-term battle, but they lose the war, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Versus like either even both paths. The first one, I'm gonna comply, and then I'm gonna make my whole like jail experience smooth, or I'm gonna comply, and then I'm gonna come back and smoke this dude. Both of them are just gonna have an easier experience the whole time. And even with like, you know, the modern day scenario would be like crazy ass protesters that like are against ICE or whatever or border patrol. I'm like, dude, if they tell you to just, lady, can you stand over here?
Yeah.
Like, just stand over there, dude. Like, you don't have to be like, I don't have to stand over there. And what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, huh?
Hey, it's your life. All right, if you want to fucking lose it, I mean, he'll lose his job, but you will die. It's probably not a good trade.
Yeah. Right. So I'm not saying stop protesting, but if they go, can you like back up? Just back up a little bit.
I wouldn't want that to happen to my friend who was protesting either. It's not like a good ending. But there is a double standard, I think, where it's like, let's say that this happened to you 3 times, right? And all 3 of those times, like you weren't doing nothing. You just got hassled by a cop, right? So you're kind of at a breaking point. The 4th time you get caught, you were doing something bad. You know what I mean? But then they're like, it's like, this always happens to me. But it's like, you might be thinking of the other times that they were just bugging you. But if you did something wrong this time, that's when you should really play it cool. Because you actually can get found out with stuff, you know?
Now they have dirt on you.
Yeah. Like there's times where I should have got way more trouble. There was a time it was in SGV, my fucking high school friends. I used to go to this one martial arts store in Artesia called Gung Fu. And you could buy any weapon you wanted. Like you could buy police batons, like real, like actual police supply batons.
That little thing.
Yep. Yeah, you could buy all that shit. So I would just keep that in my car. Me and my friends would fuck around with it just for fun. I would buy throwing knives, all these things, you know, the big fat ones with the holes slotted in them. And we were just fucking around this parking lot, SGV around Valley Boulevard. And then right when my friend held the baton up, a cop drove by and just like stopped and like saw us. And he came to the parking lot and he sat me down on the curb. And he said he was going to take me to jail or whatever. He starts searching my car. Obviously, he found the baton, took it away. And then he starts searching my fucking 2001 Civic. It's so fucking messy that he doesn't find 3 other weapons in there.
Did you tell me he doesn't have a warrant? You got to say he doesn't have a warrant.
Well, I mean, I think that's
Well, you're like, yeah, you're spinning
yeah,
it.
it's already justified.
You don't have a warrant.
Yeah, so at that point, it's like we all kind of know, like, you know, my homie's fucking Salvo. And we know to keep our fucking mouth shut and just not say anything. Or not like zip it, but just to be nice, you know? Like, hey, sorry, man, I'm just a fan of martial arts. I'm an idiot. We were just playing around. That's it. And just be nice, you know? And he just like stopped searching. And he just was like, you guys are fucking dumb. And that's it. And he just took it away and left.
I don't get why people don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Like, just keep the peace. Even in TSA, you know, they have to do random checks.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes they'll just random. Oh, like, you come here, sir. Well, okay, let's just go through.
I don't think they understand what you mean though, because I think when people hear it, they go, "Oh, so you're just gonna let them run your life and do everything they want?"
Yeah, it's pride based.
It's based on they're gonna overstep their legal boundaries, because what we're saying is comply within your legal limits, right?
Okay,
So
yeah.
don't let them overreach and do illegal shit, but you have to study the law and understand what they're allowed to do, right?
I get what you're saying.
But like I'll see like TSA.
they don't even know where those are.
I'll see random TSA searches or whatever. And I'm like, excuse me, sir, can you come here? Oh, you're gonna make me late to my flight. Jesus Christ. And I'm like, why you gotta make it like now? This guy's probably like, oh, I'm really gonna take my time to look through the luggage then, you know? And he's just like, hurry up. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Like, you gotta admit though,
You're screwing yourself over so hard.
But chill, dude.
there are idiots, right? So then, like, you don't want the idiot to ruin your time and space. So sometimes you gotta be a Karen, because it's like they do that and then they're like, you gotta throw this away. It's the right amount of liquid though. And you're gonna stand there and have a fucking fight with an idiot making you throw away your fucking $300 bottle of cologne. There's so many instances
battles,
that
huh?
happen that. Yeah, but it's really about picking your battles, and it's like, is it worth it right now? Like, right? Is it really worth, like, and I think the nuance is the difficult thing for people to like figure out. Because I actually think the path of least resistance is better.
Yeah, to your
It's
goal.
always better.
That's what it is. It's to the goal. Because I shared a story in here a long time ago about when I was traveling with Quest, and I had a necklace that was it was a rifle made of metal the size of my finger. It was my necklace, right? 2009, traveling like this. And they made me leave the airport to watch me throw it away in a trash can. I could have, had a bigger fuss and made a scene, but it would have just made me miss my flight. It would have like ruined every other. They could have just taken it to an unreasonable degree. But I'm like, okay, well, let's weigh that. Should I just do that? And it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't cost that much. And I'd rather be over with this situation.
Remember that one time we were doing a show and I got stopped? So I got stopped. We were doing this when we used to do shows, and they opened my luggage, and then he's like, "That's more than 4 ounces." It was for my hair gel, right? And I need my hair gel for the show. And then
The tub.
and then it was one of those where it's
LA
like
looks.
I had like 3 ounces in like an 8-ounce container. But I measured how many ounces I put in there. And then the guy was like, "I was in the Navy. I know how many ounces this is." I was like, what does that have to do with anything? He's like, "I'm going to have to like throw it away or whatever." I was like, "Yeah, I throw it away." Because then I know when I land, I'll just go to like CVS and I'll go buy another one. But then we're on to our goal, which is to get to our destination. I'm like, what the
Do you want to be detained and then searched further? Yeah.
The thing is, I think I respect a lot of like intelligence, right? So like I've seen this one video of a college student. He's a law student, right? And he was being like illegally searched and seized, and he actually baited the cop to arrest him illegally. And then he asked for his superior officers to come in, and then he goes, boom, boom, boom. The cop was kind of not well versed and educated, and he was like, bam, got him. And then the sergeant or the more higher up was like, oh shit, because he knows, and he tried to backtrack. They try to be super nice, and he goes, "You guys have those cameras on? You better have them on because we're gonna use them in court." And I was like, bro, like this is the shit that people want to do, but they're too fucking stupid.
They think they're doing that. and
They
they're not.
don't. This is just screaming at a cop, and you don't even know how to engage. You don't know how to like fight them in the right way.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm like, I'm not like comply with officers all day, every day. Be smart. Be a poker player, right? And then I'll understand the rules of engagement, because you can actually catch people doing stupid shit.
Most cops don't even know the law that well.
Yeah, and I watch it all the time. There's like an Uber driver who's also like a law student.
And they don't know every law. Like they still have to refer to, it's still not.
Because you're right. Yeah, there are people that abuse their power, right? And then so it's like, so be smarter, understand how this stuff works, and then fight them the right way. And I think that's way better than like, yeah, it's like for me though, it's actually like opportunity cost. If I got shit to do that day, then if I ain't got shit to do that day, then I'm like, all right, let's fucking play, But in most cases, I got shit to do. I ain't got time for this shit.
But I guess maybe that's where like I think that's the only thing that I've heard on the opposite side of that argument is that my buddy was saying that like imagine if that just kept fucking happening to you over and over and over and over. It's not like it's a It's not like he's going into it going like, this is what I want to do. It's like a fucking snap.
But wouldn't it make sense though if it keeps happening that you study and you become smarter in how these things actually operate? So when you're engaging, you can have an upper hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because also when I changed my demeanor, the cops changed. Yeah. Like when I was getting pulled over as a teen, I was like, man, fuck this fool, you know, like. But then if you're getting pulled over and then you're just being a normal human being and you're not fucking showing attitude and whatever, they're like, sometimes they'll let you go without a ticket. They'll just be like, just try to drive safe, whatever.
I wouldn't even go as far as to say comply. I would just say fucking fake compliance so you can get away with your shit. Because if you're doing a crime, fucking just do what you have to do to get away with it. Do crime better.
And if it does happen all the time, learn how to be more efficient with it. So like if you're that white guy example I gave at the TSA and he keeps getting randomly checked, then just be the guy that always check in your baggage so you have no carry-on and there's nothing to randomly search. You know what I mean? Instead of like, yeah, I get it. If he was the guy that randomly gets checked every time, then don't even fucking don't just check everything in because they're not going to randomly search you if you have nothing on your body.
Easy fix.
Yeah.
Get pre-check.
Yeah, get pre-check.
Can you get pre-check for being pulled over from cops?
No, you can't. You gotta try flirting though.
Imagine you get pre-check for like, so when cops pull you over, I'm sorry, Mr. Kwan, I didn't know you had pre-check.
It's okay.